The Galactic Council chamber was enormous. Light shone from floating crystals above, spreading colors that shimmered across hundreds of delegates. They came from all over the galaxy, each race different from the other. Some had wings, some had scales, some had more eyes than a human could count. In the center, a tall insectoid named Vurek rose from his seat. His many limbs moved with precision, and his voice was like a buzzing drum. "Earth refuses to comply," Vurek said. "We have asked for their surrender. They have ignored our warnings. The council votes today. What shall we do?" Whispers filled the chamber. Many species laughed quietly. "Earth is small," said one reptilian delegate. "They cannot fight us. They cannot survive in space. Why do they resist?" "They are young," said another with feathers that shone like silver. "They have not learned their place. Soon they will understand." Vurek raised a limb to silence them. "We will give them one last chance, 10 days. Surrender or face the fleet." The words echoed through the chamber. Delegates nodded. The plan was simple. They would send the full might of the council to Earth. After 10 days, humanity would be destroyed if it refused to bow. Most of the council expected no resistance. Earth was small, isolated, and weak. Far from the council chamber on Earth, the sky was clear. Birds flew over Washington, D.C., and the sun shone over the Capitol. Inside the Oval Office, President Laura Bennett watched the transmission from the council. She leaned back in her chair, crossed her arms, and smiled. She did not frown. She did not panic. She chuckled softly. "Are you seeing this?" asked General Ethan Cole, stepping into the room. His face was serious. He was tall, with broad shoulders and gray hair at the temples. "They actually think we will surrender." Laura looked at him. "They really have no idea who we are," she said. Her voice was calm but firm. "They don't know humans at all." Ethan nodded. "Well, they are about to find out." He moved to the window and looked out at the city. "I just hope the world is ready for this." At the Pentagon, Admiral Rachel Moore watched the same transmission. Her office was busy with maps and holograms. She pointed at the screen showing Vurek. "They are confident," she said. "They think this will be easy." Ethan shook his head. "Confidence is a mistake when you fight humans. They don't understand our way. They don't understand that we adapt. We fight differently. That is their danger." Rachel smiled slightly. "So far, they just see us as small, weak, and slow. That will change." Across the world, news broadcasts repeated the council's ultimatum. People stopped in the streets. Children looked up at the sky. Families gathered around TVs. No one panicked. There was fear, but it was mixed with something else. Curiosity. Humans always wanted to know more. They always wanted to test themselves. Laura Bennett held a meeting with the world's top leaders. They joined from New York, London, Tokyo, and dozens of other capitals. This was unusual. Nations who had fought each other for centuries now worked together. Old rivalries paused. There was no time for arguments. The message from the council was clear. Humanity had 10 days to surrender or die. Dr. Megan Ellis, a brilliant scientist, joined the leaders via video link from her lab. "We have been preparing for decades," she said. "The council has underestimated us. Their fleets are strong, yes, but they are not ready for humans who have trained for the impossible." A murmur ran through the meeting. Ethan Cole leaned forward. "We have resources they cannot predict. We have technology they cannot imagine. And most importantly, we have people who will fight, people who will never give up." Rachel Moore added, "And our fleets are ready. Stealth ships, orbital defenses, drones, and railguns. We have more than just weapons. We have strategy, creativity, and courage. These are things the council cannot calculate." Laura nodded. "Then we do not surrender. We endure, we fight if we must, and we survive." In a hidden desert base in Nevada, engineers worked around a massive system buried underground. It had been built in secret for 20 years. Massive cables ran into the mountains. Huge machines hummed and glowed with energy. No one outside the base knew what it was. They only knew it could change the course of any war. Today it was being powered up. Captain Luke Harris entered the base. He was calm, but his eyes were sharp. "Everything ready?" he asked. "Yes, sir," said the lead engineer. "All systems are online. The array is stable." Luke looked around at the team. "Remember, this is not just a machine. This is the edge we have against them. Make it work." Meanwhile, on the world stage, people continued life almost normally. Streets were busy. Children played in parks. Teachers taught in schools. Farmers worked in the fields. Humanity did not panic. They waited, watched, and prepared. Laura Bennett made a public address. Her speech was broadcast worldwide. The council has sent a demand, she said. They want us to surrender. We will not. We will continue to live. We will continue to grow, and we will face whatever comes with courage. The words were simple, but they were strong. People listened. They understood that surrender was not an option. Humans did not surrender easily. They fought, survived, and adapted. In space, Commander Luke Harris oversaw the orbital station horizon. Satellites circled the Earth, scanning for threats. Communication arrays linked every continent. Humanity's fleets were small compared to the Council's, but they were fast, precise, and coordinated. Luke knew that technology alone was not enough. Humans needed strategy and courage, and humans had both. Dr. Megan Ellis worked late into the night. She connected alien tech recovered from previous encounters with human systems. She made adjustments and tested designs. They will not expect this, she said softly. We have learned from every mistake we ever made, and we will use that knowledge. Back at the Pentagon, Ethan and Rachel looked at the holographic map of the galaxy. Red dots showed the approaching Council fleets. The numbers were intimidating, but they did not scare the humans. They respected the threat, yes, but they also knew something the Council did not. Humans were unpredictable. Humans were clever. Humans never gave up. In another part of the world, volunteers built defenses, stocked shelters, and trained with small arms. Civilians joined the effort. Schools taught emergency procedures. Cities practiced evacuation drills. It was a war that had not yet started, but Earth was already ready. Laura Bennett watched the stars from her office late one night. The Council had fleets, weapons, and experience. Humans had none of those advantages, at least not in the same way. But humans had something else. They had unity. They had courage. They had the will to survive. 10 days remained. 10 days for the Council to wait. 10 days for humanity to show what it could do. And humanity would show it in ways no one could imagine. In the desert base, Luke Harris walked through the glowing halls of the underground facility. He checked panels, reviewed data, and confirmed readiness. He stopped in front of the massive array. This will be the first step, he said. The first step in showing the galaxy who we are. And far above, satellites blinked silently. Ships moved in orbit. Drones floated, waiting for orders. Humanity was quiet, calm, but ready. On Earth, people slept at night, unaware of the full scale of the danger. Stars shone. The moon glowed softly. Humans dreamed, unaware that soon everything would change. The Council believed Earth would surrender. They believed humans would bow. But humans did not surrender. Humans laughed quietly at the idea. They were small, yes? Young, yes. But they had something stronger than any fleet, stronger than any weapon. They had spirit. They had courage. They had humanity. The first day passed. The Council's fleets drew closer. Earth waited. Scientists worked. Soldiers trained. Citizens lived. And the leaders of humanity prepared for the moment when the galaxy would discover something it had never expected. Humans were not afraid. Humans were ready. Humans never gave up. And somewhere deep in the desert, the massive underground system hummed louder, glowing brighter, ready to awaken. Humanity had been waiting. Humanity had been planning. And when the Council arrived, they would see just how dangerous a species of small, stubborn humans could be. The sun rose on the second day. Birds flew across cities. Children laughed in playgrounds. Farmers worked in fields. Soldiers trained in bases. Engineers monitored machines. Humans went about life as if nothing had changed. And that was exactly what made them dangerous. The galaxy thought they were weak. They thought Earth would surrender. They thought humans were foolish, but humans were patient. Humans were clever. Humans were ready to fight in a way no one could understand. The first part of the story ended quietly, with stars above, machines humming, fleets approaching, and humans prepared for a challenge the galaxy had never seen. The Council had issued its demand. Humanity had simply chuckled. The second day began quietly on Earth, but in space, the Council's fleets moved closer. Thousands of alien ships of every size and shape traveled in formation. Some were huge and bulky, armored with layers of metal that glowed with strange energy. Others were small and fast, like predatory insects in space. From a distance, the fleet looked unstoppable. Inside the council chamber, Vurek watched the progress of the ships. His many eyes reflected the lights of the approaching armada. Soon, he said to himself, soon we will crush the humans. He did not doubt it. In his mind, Earth was small, insignificant, and unprepared. On Earth, President Laura Bennett began her morning meeting with the top military leaders. General Ethan Cole and Admiral Rachel Moore joined her in the command room, which was filled with screens showing space, satellites, and Earth's surface. Reports show the council fleets are in the outer solar system, Ethan said. They will reach Mars orbit in less than 24 hours. He tapped the screen and a red dot moved closer to the inner planets. They are confident. They think this is a simple invasion. Rachel Moore shook her head. They are wrong. They do not understand humans. They cannot understand our coordination, our technology, or our strategy. Laura leaned forward, her eyes steady. Then they will learn, she said. They will learn what humans can do when they are threatened. Meanwhile, Commander Luke Harris monitored the orbital station horizon. Satellites blinked silently in orbit, scanning for incoming ships. Small stealth drones floated unseen, waiting for instructions. Luke checked his team, all calm and ready. Remember, he said, we do not fight like they expect. We adapt, we learn, and we strike where they cannot defend. Back on Earth, scientists worked nonstop. Dr. Megan Ellis led a team integrating alien technology recovered from past encounters. Small devices and strange metals were tested, combined with human systems. If they expect us to act like they do, she said, they will be surprised. We do not act like them. We think differently. We fight differently. On the ground, ordinary people joined the preparations. Schools trained children in emergency drills. Factories produced equipment for the military. Engineers monitored underground systems and energy grids. Humanity moved as one, quietly, efficiently, and without panic. In orbit, the Council's spies began to notice unusual energy readings. Small bursts of power appeared near the Moon and Mars. Some ships reported strange signals, but the Council dismissed them as minor anomalies. Vurek did not want to waste time on speculation. He ordered the fleet to continue. Far below, in the Nevada desert, the massive underground system hummed louder. Cables ran deep into the mountains, glowing with light. Engineers monitored the readings, ensuring every system was stable. Captain Luke Harris walked through the hall, checking panels and confirming readiness. We are prepared, he said. Every unit is ready. Every system is online. Meanwhile, humans continued life normally. Streets were busy. Children played. People went to work. Farmers tended crops. Soldiers trained quietly, but the world did not panic. It seemed calm, almost peaceful, but beneath the surface, preparation was complete. The Council fleet moved closer to Mars orbit. Their ships spread out, scanning the planets and moons. Alien commanders whispered among themselves. Earth cannot resist us, one said. Their defenses are weak. They are primitive. This is a victory before it begins. Another commander shook his head. Perhaps we should wait. Something is strange. Signals we do not understand. Unusual energy near their satellites. It is small, yes, but it is there. Vurek silenced them. We do not wait, we attack. They will surrender. In space, humanity's orbital fleets remained hidden. Stealth ships blended with the darkness, moving silently. Drones floated near satellites, ready to strike. Earth's defenses were not obvious, but they were complete. The Council did not know where to aim. Commander Luke Harris and his officers reviewed the plan again. We will not attack first, Luke said. They expect us to defend. That is what they want. But we will not only defend, we will use their overconfidence against them. Admiral Rachel Moore nodded. We are ready. All ships are equipped with adaptive shields. Drones are prepared for autonomous strikes. Railguns are calibrated. We wait for the first move. On Earth, President Bennett addressed the people again. The Council has moved closer, she said. We do not fear them. We are ready. Humanity always finds a way. Stand strong and trust in what we have prepared. In the Council chamber, Vurek watched the reports of Earth's unusual activity. Signals continued to appear near the Moon and Mars. Sensors detected bursts of energy that did not match any known pattern. Some delegates grew uneasy. Could they be developing weapons we do not know? Asked one reptilian officer. Vurek clicked his mandibles. Impossible. Humans are weak, primitive. They cannot produce anything significant in so little time. But doubt began to creep. Quiet whispers spread among some of the council. The young species may be clever, they thought, but they could not match the strength of the galaxy. Back on Earth, engineers completed final checks on underground systems. Massive machines hummed and glowed, energy flowing through them. Luke Harris walked among them. This is the first time in history humans face such a fleet. But we have the advantage. They cannot predict what we will do. Dr. Megan Ellis monitored alien tech integration. She smiled quietly. They do not understand our logic, she said. They do not understand human creativity. And that will be our advantage. Civilians continued life normally. Children laughed. Shops were busy. Streets were full. Humans seemed calm. The galaxy expected fear, panic, and surrender. They were wrong. The Council fleet reached Mars orbit on the third day. Their ships spread in a wide arc around the planet, ready to scan and attack. Vortic's eyes glowed with confidence. Soon, he said. Soon Earth will surrender. On Horizon Station, Commander Luke Harris checked the sensors again. They are close, he said. They do not see our ships. They do not see our drones. They do not see our defenses. They are blind to what is coming. Rachel Moore looked at the screens. And when we strike, they will be unprepared. They expect humans to defend. They expect humans to panic. But we will do neither. Laura Bennett held another meeting with world leaders. Nations worked together seamlessly. Data and resources were shared. Strategies were discussed openly. There were no borders in this effort. Humanity had become one united force. On Earth, civilians trained in small groups. Volunteers built extra defenses. Factories ran 24 hours a day producing supplies. Engineers and scientists worked tirelessly, their faces tired but determined. Humanity moved with quiet purpose. On Mars, alien scouts detected unusual energy readings near the satellites. They reported this to Vortic. Commander, he said, check it carefully. But do not delay. Earth will surrender soon. Meanwhile, humans noticed every move. Sensors on Earth detected the alien fleets. Drones moved to new positions. Stealth ships adjusted orbits. Commanders like Luke Harris and Captain Julia Ward prepared their units for the coming strike. In the Nevada desert, the massive underground system hummed louder. Engineers monitored every panel. Energy built and pulsed through machines. Everything is stable, said one engineer. All systems are ready for activation. Luke Harris walked through the glowing hallways. He felt the weight of responsibility. This is our moment, he said. The galaxy thinks we are weak. But we are not. They will see soon enough. Back on Earth, civilians continued life. Streets were full. Children played. People laughed. Everything seemed normal. The Council expected panic. They expected fear. But humans were calm, and that calm was dangerous. Laura Bennett looked at the stars that night. The fleets were close, but humans did not fear. They prepared silently, efficiently, and without panic. Every plan was in place. Every weapon ready. Every person aware 10 days had begun. The Council demanded surrender. Humanity had not only refused, but had also begun preparations that no alien could predict. The second part of the story closed with a quiet tension. Alien fleets were near. Earth was ready. Humans were calm, clever, and united. The galaxy expected weakness. Humanity was about to show them strength.